Hello student, good morning. As we are discussing the first chapter in the civics, that is on equality. So yesterday in the topic we have read about the Jutan, one of the story about the Om Prakash Valmiki, belongs from a this one Dalit community. So how he was treated and how he was just discriminated. We have read. Now they have given the second story over here. The second story is based on an incident that took place in one of the India's largest cities, and its common practice is most part of the country. Okay, so as the story that is mainly they have shown here. So this mainly faced by the particular person, and it is the story about Mr. and Mrs. Ansari who were looking to rent an apartment in the city. So they were looking in a big city. They were looking for just apartment in a city for just staying over there, for living over there. They had the money, and so paying the rent was no problem. So they had enough money to pay to give the rent. It was not an issue. Okay, they went to a property dealer for help to find a place. They went to the property dealer at first to find a place for them. The dealer informed them that he knew about quite a few apartments that were available for rent. So the property dealer told them, so he knew that apartments. So this can be, they can provide you in the rent. They visited the first apartment, and the Ansaris liked it very much and decided to take it. So at first apartment, they go for it. They went for it for checking and decided it was very good, and they decided to live over there. Okay. Then, however, when the landlady found out their names, she made an excuse about how she could not rent the house to someone ate meat because the building did not have any non-vegetarian residents. As when she asked the landlady, the owner of the apartment, when she asked about their name, so they belong from the particular religion, that is Mr. and Mrs. Ansari. So what happened? So she made the excuses to not give the house in the rent because she thought someone who ate meat, okay, non-vegetarian, but the building nobody's taking the non-vegetarian, but that building, that if they will take the non-vegetarian things over there like this. Both the Ansaris and the property dealer were surprised to hear this because they could smell fish being cooked in the neighbor's house. Okay, then neighbor's house, the fish is being cooked. Okay, so the smell was there, so they could just don't give this one, but they could smell the fish. Okay, the same excuses was repeated in the second and third apartment as well. And then what happened? Finally, the property dealer told them that they might want to change their names and call themselves Mr. and Mrs. Kumar. Okay, then what happened finally when they didn't get the apartment? So they just decided to change their name and they called themselves Mr. and Mrs. Kumar. The Ansaris were reluctant to do this and decided to look some more. Okay, so what happened? The Ansaris, they reluctant, they do not want, they were not willing to do this and decided to look some more apartment. In the end, it took a whole month for looking an apartment before they found a landlady who was willing to give them a place on rent. Means it took a very long time, approx 1 month. Then at last, one landlady, she was willing, she wanted to give them the place on rent. So these two examples we have read. Now recognizing dignity, what they have given here, you might have understood by now that the caste we were born into, the religion we practice, the class background we come from, whether we are male or female, these are often the things that determine why some people are treated unequally. So as we have seen the examples, so these all the things matters. In which caste we born, the religion, which sort of the religion we practice, the class background, okay, and from whether we are male or female, these all are determined why some people are treated unequally. Just because of it, the people are treated unequally. Om Prakash Valmiki and the Ansaris are being treated unequally on the basis of differences of caste and religion. Om Prakash Valmiki, he was treated unequally on the basis of caste, whether or the Ansaris, Mrs. Ansari, they were treated unequally on the basis of their religion. Okay, then when persons are treated unequally, their dignity is violated. As you all know that if even we are treated unequally, so definitely it will hurt our dignity. The dignity of both Om Prakash Balmiki and the Ansari was violated because of the way in which they were treated. As they were treated very means unequally by the society's people, so definitely their dignity also get violated. Okay, then by picking on him and making him sweep the school because of his caste, Om Prakash Balmiki's schoolmates and teachers hurt his dignity badly and made him feel as if he was less than equal to all other students in the school. As we all know that this person used to sweep and cleaning it to the school, so it just hurt the dignity of the Om Prakash and it made him felt that he is something different, he is not equal than all other students. Okay, then being a child, Om Prakash Balmiki knew very little about the situation that he was in. It was his father who, on seeing his son sweep, felt angry by this unequal treatment and confronted by the teacher. As you all know that, as being a child, he can't do anything. Okay, if whatever the situation he was there, so he was very little about to do. Mean to say, whatever the teacher will say, he will have to follow. But when his father saw to him, okay, on his son to sweeping, so what happened? He felt angry by this unequal treatment and confronted the teachers. As you all know that we have read about this one. The Ansari's dignity was also hurt when persons refused to lease their apartments to them. And the Ansari's dignity, okay, when the people, when the landowners, when the that is who are having the houses on rent, if they are not giving to them the apartment in the rent, so their dignity was also hurted over there. However, when the property dealer suggested that they change their name, if it was their dignity or self-respect that made them refuse these suggestions, as the property dealer suggested to them, change your name just from Mr. and Mrs. Ansari to Mr. and Mrs. Kumar. So they just didn't feel good, and it was their dignity and self-respect that made them refuse this suggestion. Okay, then Om Prakash and the Ansaris do not deserve to be treated like this. They deserve the same respect and dignity as anyone else. As the both examples we have read, as everyone is getting the same kind of the dignity, everyone is treated equally. So they also wanted the same respect from the society's people, and also they wanted the same kind of dignity as anyone else. Okay, now they have given equality in Indian democracy. What they have given here, that is, the Indian constitution recognizes every person as equal. As the constitution of our country, it has given the equal rights to everyone. This means that every individual in the country, including male, female persons from all castes, religions, tribes, educational and economic backgrounds, are recognized as equal, whether you are rich, poor, upper caste, lower caste, Hindu, Hindu, Muslim, any, whatever the religion, whatever the things, so all will be treated equally in our country. This is not to say that inequality cases, that is inequality ceases to exist. It doesn't. But at least in democratic India, the principles of equality of all persons is recognized. Here, it doesn't mean that this has been given, this has been just recognized by the constitution, but still somewhere the inequality is practiced. It is in exist. But at least in democratic India, okay, the principle of equality of all persons is recognized. At least this has been recognized. If you are being treated unequally, so you may approach to the judiciary. Okay, while earlier they have given here, no law exists to protect people from discrimination and ill treated. Earlier, so there wasn't any law for protecting the people from the discrimination and ill treatment. Now there are several that work to see the people are treated with dignity and as equal. Now there are many laws have been implemented by the government of India to that the people can treated the people are treated equally and treated with dignity as well as equal. And here the one thing they have shown, so it is the parliament of our country. You might have seen by the social medias. Okay, then after this one, what are the part remaining that we will discuss in the next video.